I do feel like God has a design for every single person, and how like interpersonal relationships work, and how the whole like when the captive is set free, he becomes the witness to the one who set him free. In the area where there is hopelessness for that person, they walked that out with the Lord, and now they are a light on the hill, a witness to the hope that they had getting through hopelessness. Like basically, like God doesn't need us in the way that we think we need to be needed. Like I don't think that we need to be like evangelists in this like generalized kind of way, right? Concerned about another person's soul. Because this is what I think is happened like this. In the church, we're in this place of darkness, and I think we've been in this place of darkness for the longest time. And when you're in darkness, you make speculations. And when you're in darkness, you're easily deceived to believe that you are lacking. And so in lacking, we make speculations of what is true. And often lack is like a vacuum where it's like, this is what's missing, this is what's missing, this is what's missing. And I find that it seems to be what the framework of the church has been built on is, this is what's missing, it's this is what's missing, it's this is what's missing, it's this. So it's like, it's all of this teaching, right? It's all of this perspective of looking at something and saying, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to be concerned about. And I think one of the ways in which this has infiltrated the church in an insidious way is how we are, how we have put it upon ourselves to share the gospel, how we put it upon ourselves to be evangelists and whatnot. And the concern, right? The awareness of another person's soul, that since you're the Christian at the workplace, it's really on you to like be led by God, obviously, but to have their soul saved. And it's just so much pressure. You saw the video, I think this is like an older video, where the person is like, basically it's like this guilt trap thing, right? Basically, it's this fear-motivated guilt trap thing where it's like, this person goes to hell because they get into a car accident or something like that, but the Christian that they saw in their life never told them about Jesus or something. And basically the message is like, you never know when it's someone's last time. Tell them about Jesus, right? You didn't step out in faith and tell someone about God, and now they're going to hell. And that is insanity to me. Because it's almost like you have to go outside the superiority of God, like the Father, where he has thought everything out, and he has everything lined up. And also like people have to be at the right place at the right time. And grace is what does that. Grace is what has a person hear the Lord. Grace is what opens the heart, right? It's not us. It's not on us. But I think that in this way we've put it upon ourselves because we've been in the dark saying, this is what's lacking. We need to go and make disciples of all the world. Right? It is on us to be representative of God, to win souls for God, and we put all of this shit on ourselves. It's crazy how much we do that. And I think in this way we become more like robots, just generic forms, shells of beings or something, because I don't think that God, and this is back to maybe the original intent of the video that I'm making right now, is like, he doesn't need our help in this way because he just has to lead you out for you to be a witness to your own transformation. And in that place, you'll be able to speak because you were walked in a place that you couldn't carry with him. And now you will proclaim who he is because he did it in your life. And I think from that place, boom, then the gospel is not so generic, because I think that's what we try to make it. We try to make it these clothes that everyone can just put on or whatever. And so we put on the clothes and we're so like, yeah, no, here, try to fit this. Try to put this on, right? I'm making it fit. I'm making it work. I'm not perfect, but like, this is what I got. And it's just like, that's not good enough though. It kind of sucks. And it misses this, it lacks salt, right? Because it doesn't have substance, because it doesn't really have conviction. Where's the fire? I don't think that people, unless you were given a personal revelation of the crucifixion of Jesus, have that like that's where their fire is going to be, right? Unless he gives it to you. And I'm not saying that he doesn't give it to some, but I think what we have is what we have, and it's enough. In this way of like you being a witness to your own transformation and saying, this is where he met me. This is what I thought about myself. This is when I didn't have any hope. This is what I didn't want to keep going. He met me there, and he did not shame me. He met me there, and he received me. It's all right there. I share the gospel every single day by the things that I am currently walking out, right? It's not this thing I'm putting on. It's my real life. And I think that's all that is required. And that's all that's needed. And if you are a captive that is set free, you will be a witness to him that set you free. And then others will be set free through your testimony of who he is. So that the weight is not on us in this way. We're not responsible for another man's soul in the way that the church has said you're responsible for another person's soul, because they come from this place where they've been in the dark and they're just like, what fits here? What fits here? Oh, we need to get better at this because the world is in need. The world is in need. It's just like, no, you guys are in darkness. You have not been yet brought into light and adjusted to light to see that your Father has already taken care of everything in advance. And I think when you pray for another person, he actually brings you into the conversation that he's already having, and he's delighted to bring you in to show you a new aspect of himself through another person's life, not something that you put it upon yourself, that if you don't stop praying, they're going to have a breakthrough. But if you do stop praying, then they're not going to have a breakthrough. Right? You should have prayed for that person on the bus because you don't know if it's going to be their last day and they might kill themselves. That's insane to me. That's too much weight on the individual. And that's what will happen when people are in darkness, calling it light and saying, oh no, nothing's missing on our end. This isn't a place of lack. It's like this delusional thing. But we're always trying to, like a vacuum, just suck all these new things up. There's new ways of doing things. And this is the whole... it's just everywhere, like learning about the whole like realm of darkness and all of the sins and all of the demonic spirits. And if we can know all these things and know all these, no, you're believing that you're coming from a place of lack, and now you're trying to overcompensate for that. And we've greatly done that. And the evidence to me of this is we put so much pressure on ourselves, right, to get it done. And in that place, we rely upon our own self-effort. And in that place, we feel guilty if we're not performing. But God doesn't need us like that. He just wants you. And in you walking with him, you will become a witness to your own transformation, which then will be a light on a hill. That's where the salt will be, and that's where the light will be, and that's where your authentic conviction will be. This is who he was for me. That's all I want to share about. The God who's revealing himself to me. Not this generic God that you put on and say, hey, I'm fitting this thing on myself because I feel like a sinner and I need Jesus. And so Jesus died for me. Now you put this on. And it's just like, it didn't even, like the person that's wearing it, it's not even like, it doesn't even fit them. And now they're trying to get other people for it to fit them using like some kind of guilt, sin, darkness thing. I digress. There's a conviction in me personally because of the walk that I'm walking, where I've been deceived by religious spirits or something for me to believe. And this has been greatly reinforced, established in darkness appears in the church, that it is on us to save souls. That it is on us, that we put it upon ourselves, and it will be our self-effort, it will be our capability. That's not the God that's revealing himself to me at all. And I'm finding that the God that's revealing himself to me at the timing that he is enough. So you see me now and you're like, maybe like, well, why can't I have the faith that Brandon has? This is development. This is establishing. This is God. This isn't an overnight thing. This isn't a self-effort that I've gotten better at. Practicing speaking. No. He has found the real me, and he has uncovered me, and he is revealing himself to me. And I'm becoming a witness to my own transformation. One who is a witness, the place where I need to be set free. I will say he set me free in this place. That's what I have to offer you. This is who he is. This is who he's revealing himself to me. That will speak way louder than any generic thing